Imagine a world where a handful of people quietly control the money that fuels every city, every business, every transaction you make, even the money in your bank account. You think you earn your wealth fairly, but what if the rules are rigged against you? What if the salaries you depend on, the interest rates on your loans, and the value of your savings are silently shaped by a small, unseen group? From Wall Street boardrooms to private offshore accounts, these hidden billionaires orchestrate markets, manipulate assets, and profit from events most of us never even notice. By the end of this video, you'll realize that money isn't just currency, it's power. And some wield it with near-perfect secrecy, controlling more than you ever imagined. Power over money is nothing new. In the 19th century, families like the Rothschilds financed governments, orchestrated wars, and influenced the rise and fall of nations, all without public oversight. Their influence wasn't just economic, it was political, social, even military. Fast forward to today and the same patterns persist, but with far more complexity. The richest 1% now control over $200 trillion, more than the combined GDP of most countries. Yet most of us never see who really sets the rules, who decides interest rates, currency values, or global debt structures. Consider this. In 2021, just 10 families controlled nearly a quarter of the world's financial assets through banks, corporations, and hedge funds. Most people have no idea these invisible threads shape their financial reality every single day. It's like a massive Monopoly game, but only a few know the dice, the hidden cards, and even the rules. Everyone else plays by what they're told. How they control money. So, how does this happen? How can a small elite quietly steer entire economies while the public remains unaware? 1. Ownership of major assets. Hidden billionaires don't just buy companies, they own ecosystems. Banks, tech giants, media conglomerates, energy corporations. Every purchase you make feeds into their web of influence. Your groceries, your energy bills, the apps on your phone, they all contribute to a network of wealth that grows exponentially. The average person may feel independent, but in reality, their financial choices reinforce the wealth and power of a select few. 2. Debt as a tool of influence. Debt is more than borrowing, it's leverage. Governments borrow trillions in bonds. Interest payments flow to private institutions, enriching hidden billionaires. Student loans, mortgages, national debt, all of it flows through complex financial channels that benefit the elite disproportionately. Debt creates a cycle. Citizens and governments are bound to pay, while a small class profits silently. The money moves upward, concentrating wealth and influence. 3. Complex financial instruments. Stocks, derivatives, hedge funds, these aren't just investment tools. They're machines for wealth amplification. Through derivatives and leveraged bets, hidden billionaires can multiply their money far faster than ordinary investors can comprehend. Risks are hidden, systems are opaque, and profits are colossal. Think of it as a massive clockwork machine. The gears spin invisibly, the hands move visibly, but the inner mechanisms, where the real power lies, are hidden from view. 4. Political influence and policy shaping. Lobbying, campaign contributions, and regulatory influence are not conspiracy, they are reality. Policies that shape the economy, tax structures, and financial regulations often favor the wealthy at the expense of the public. Large corporations and billionaire networks ensure that the rules protect their interests, creating a self-reinforcing system of control. In short, money is not just currency, it is power, leverage, and influence. Those who understand the system rarely lose, while ordinary citizens often remain unaware. Crisis. The danger isn't only inequality, it's fragility. Concentrated power creates systemic risk. The 2008 financial crash is a prime example. It wasn't a random accident. Risk was concentrated in a few institutions, while the public absorbed the losses. Mortgage-backed securities, derivatives, and shadow banking created a hidden web of fragility that almost no one outside the elite could see. Now, global debt exceeds $300 trillion. A single misstep by these hidden billionaires, or even an external shock, could ripple across the world, impacting jobs, housing, and the basic cost of living. Every economic bubble, every corporate bailout, every currency devaluation, these are not isolated events. They are symptoms of a system built for the few at the expense of the many. Most people remain oblivious, trusting banks, governments, and institutions to manage money fairly. They assume neutrality. But in reality, decisions made behind closed doors shape entire economies and lives. How this affects you. Even if you never touch Wall Street, hidden billionaires shape your financial reality every day. Inflation and cost of living. While asset values they control skyrocket, your paycheck buys less. Prices for necessities rise, yet investments in their hands grow exponentially. Housing and rent. Real estate bubbles enrich large investors, pushing homeownership out of reach for the average citizen. Job markets. Choices made in boardrooms and investment firms determine which industries thrive and which collapse. Career opportunities and salaries are subtly shaped by these decisions. Debt. Student loans, credit cards, mortgages, and even national debt flow into systems controlled by a few, reinforcing wealth inequality. Awareness is survival. Understanding the mechanisms behind hidden wealth gives you the power to make smarter financial decisions, safeguard your assets, and prepare for potential shocks. Money, power, and influence are rarely as visible as we think. Hidden billionaires are architects of global systems most of us take for granted. They do not just accumulate wealth, they shape the rules, the markets, and the outcomes. The lesson is clear: knowledge is power. Question the structures, understand the history, and never assume that what you see is all that exists. Financial literacy is no longer optional, it's essential. Who really controls your money? Are you merely a participant in a system designed for the ultra-wealthy? Or will you take steps to see the board and reclaim control? Comment below and share your thoughts. Your voice matters in uncovering the invisible forces shaping the financial world.